So it's the second day of summer here at the tiny city farm, McDowall Manor. I thought we'd have a quick look around and see what's going well. G'day folks, Andy here from McDowall Manor. So now the south side of the yard, I've got a pumpkin vine coming on. That's a volunteer, but the little seedlings I put down in there's silver beet, there's a cucumber, there's a squash, not a squash, a zucchini. So they seem to be doing pretty well now. That's good news. I said last time the aquaponics bed's coming along like a ripper. It certainly is. Exciting news is it looks like that pineapple's still growing. That's good. First time ever it looks like we're going to get a decent crop of pomegranates. That's very exciting. Well, probably not so exciting for you, but it's very exciting for me because I was really worried that was never going to produce fruit. And under the net there, and you should be able to see, can you see that? Yes, you can through the net. That fig tree has got a great crop of figs on. For the regular viewers, they'll tell you that it was another one. I just about dug that bloody thing out, you know. Lemonades covered in little lemonades. Hopefully you can see them. There's a couple of lemons on the lemon in the back. The lime's growing like a beauty. That was one I rescued from out the front. It's producing the odd little lime. Oh, look at that. We've got aphids on our mandarin. We're going to have to deal with them. You can see there's got plenty of grapes on. They've suffered a lot in the drought, so hopefully I'll be able to keep the water up and we'll get a decent crop out of those. They're a lovely eating grape. Doing pretty well with cherry tomatoes, although they are starting to get stung again. And typical for my place, we're battling aphids on the ruby grapefruit as well. Honestly, it's bloody aphid paradise over here. Get some flowers on the pear, but it looks like they've all fallen off, so won't get any fruit, but it's certainly a positive start. You know, this is the best this little tree's ever done. I moved it onto the shadier side of the yard. That's stuff that's come out the yard, not the garlic. So cherry tomatoes, that one's a bought one. Cherries are mine. Got a couple of little capsicums off a plant in a pot, which is good. And a tiny little chilli plant also in a pot out the front, which is just producing wonderfully. So that poor old cabbage has responded really well. We had a little bit of rain yesterday, 1/2 inch or 10 mils. I'm going to take him in and make sauerkraut out of him. He looked terrible yesterday, was all wilted over. So he'll get used this morning. I put a few beans in here. There's actually, between the beans and that little tomato, there's a whole lot of corn seed, but it's refusing point blank to come up. That was corn I bought from seedlings. Pak choi's doing pretty well. Madagascar bean is greening up again. It loses its leaves in winter. She's about to go into flower. You can see I've got lemongrass in here that's doing alright. That's gone to flower. Basil, I'll cut those flowers off. More pak choi. Walking leeks, I've got 2 little patches of them, which I'm happy about. I threw some more cherry tomatoes in, more basil, rosemary. This pomegranate is the younger one. It's bigger than the other one, but didn't even really flower, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I did indeed pull that cabbage out and I'm going to use it. We've got some celery and some perpetual spinach in there. There's a peanut over there. Now, oddly enough, the zucchini and the cucumber and there he is there. Cucumber and zucchini over here are doing terribly. That's one just there. So that's interesting compared to those ones around the back, isn't it? Something's eating the tops off my potatoes, and that bucket there, certainly I'm going to have a harvest on that. See if we got anything out of it. Once it gets real hot, the spuds don't do very well over here, so they're more of a spring crop for me. Greens in there, a bit of perpetual spinach and some warrigal greens. They're looking good. There's a volunteer squash come up over there. The lychees He got a bit burned, but he's recovering. That's Cape Gooseberry beside him. That's just a cherry tomato and a mushroom plant that I put in that pot that I happen to have spare. The blueberries looking good. The citrus are all okay. You can see one's covered in little lemons. The boomer at the moment is the turmeric. Holy guacamole, look at that pot. And right beside it's a pot of ginger. Further down there's more ginger, so that's all going pretty well. Just keep the aphids off the citrus is my main issue. Make sure you don't let everything run out of water as well. Oh, there's more grapes on this side. They haven't matured yet either. Where are you? Hopefully you can see there's plenty in there. We'll see how that goes. The trick here is keep the water up to it now. Find the Christmas lights. Oh look, little turtle dove. We call them hat birds. The building site's surviving, which in this drought is kind of, I hate to blow my own trumpet, but it's actually quite a bloody achievement. So I'm happy with that. Oh look, there's a water dragon. Can you see him? He's in beside the turtle dove. Let's see if we can zoom in and show you. Hopefully you can see him there. Macadamia near the seat is doing extraordinarily well. I reckon he's almost doubled in height. If you look, let's try and show you. From about there is all new growth, so that's actually quite a bit. He's doing very well, he loves it. And on the other side of the footpath is the Footpath Garden that never did any good. Well, now that Uncle Marky and I cut that big boomer of a tree above it back, it's doing much better. There's turmeric in there, going quite well. Sage, mint, lemongrass, chilli, another zucchini. There's a bit more turmeric coming up. Cherry tomato, mushroom plant, something else that escapes me. Maddie, I can't remember what that one is. I've remembered all the others, but that one in the middle there, I've forgotten him. More lemongrass, another little chilli. That's that mango I planted from a seed. He's doing pretty well. And there's a struggling moringa. If I can keep the water up, I think he'll survive. So that'd be a good place for him because not much else survives. It needs something really hardy to go there. There's pots near the front door. You can see on the right is the chilli that I said was producing pretty well. It's still going. It's only a tiny bush. There's another one beside it there. And over near the Christmas decoration is the one that's producing the capsicums. Looks like he might need a little bit of water. Native bees are doing quite well. So that's a bit of an idea of how things are going at the moment. Second day of summer, season of terrible drought, hot dry winds. But you know, we're struggling on, we're keeping things going and the bees are happy, and so life's pretty good. So if you like this kind of self-sufficiency and, you know, looking after yourself, growing yourself a few crops in the city, feel free to hit the subscribe button, tap the little bell, and you should even get notified when something new goes up. Alright folks, see ya.